Nityananda, this is Manitya Chidambarananda, the Smiling Sannyasi, making a video for you all today on a topic that is very close to my heart, pun intended, and that is the topic of attention need. So something that I've struggled with a lot in not understanding what it means and what it does actually to us on the spiritual journey. So it's an understanding that has taken me many years of seeking and going through quite a bit of pain to understand now. So this is what I'll share with you all today. So what I did, and it's a result of an incident that happened in my childhood actually. So there's a particular incident that created a belief in me, a very strong thought current, that I'm not loved, or that if I love someone, that I won't be loved as much in return. So this created kind of a vacuum in me, like a feeling of naturally needing that validation that yes, I am loved, and I would often mistake the attention that I would get from others, especially if it's a positive kind of attention, like receiving a toy from my parents, getting a smile from them, a hug from them. These kinds of gestures very much equated strongly to me as love, which is not necessarily the case, right? So we all know that if someone truly loves you, they always think of what is best for you, and that might not necessarily mean in that moment giving you a hug or giving us what we perceive that we want in that moment. So with that being said, when there's this neediness within us, or that feeling that I need something from outside of me to fulfill me, there's sort of a pain that I used to experience. And this actually, this attention need, this feeling of needing some validation external to you, ironically enough, blocks the heart center. So these thought currents of needing validation, needing some kind of a affirmation of something external to come to us as that stamp of approval, or that stamp that yes, I am actually loved, that blocks the heart center. So just the other night, something happened, and I was sitting there with this age-old pain in my heart. So it's not that it's a full-blown, I don't know, thing that will spiral me into depression, but it's not a pleasant feeling, right? That feeling of neediness, that feeling that I need something from outside of me, or I'm missing something, or I wish I could have that when I have this, and when I receive that smile, when I get that hug, when I get that I love you, I know that I'm cared for. It creates a certain within me anyhow, I don't know if it's everyone might be different, but within myself I would feel a certain pang, or this, definitely there's an attention, a cry for attention in my heart region. So what I understand now is, anytime that feeling is there, when there's that feeling of neediness, of grabbing, that pain within the heart region works almost as an alarm clock for me. So basically what it's saying is that attention that I'm seeking from outside, the fact that that pain is there inside of me, I'm the one not giving myself attention in that moment. So the other night, when I focused so intensely on recentering myself and focusing on that feeling that's coming from within my heart center, just shutting away from all of the mental chatter that was there, all of the negative thoughts of the usual dialogue of you're not loved, you're not worthy, these people are more important than you, all of this rubbish that I torture myself with, right? When I shut off from that and centered myself within myself and just focused on what is there within my heart, there was a tremendous feeling of love that was coming out from there, and it was a very, very healing experience. I've never allowed myself the depth of going into my heart region and centering myself on that feeling, that how you feel so alive within your body when you're sitting there and closing your eyes and all other senses are turned inwards, that life that you feel within yourself. When I focused on that feeling within my heart, I understood, oh gosh, anytime I'm seeking that attention from outside or feeling that I'm missing something from outside, it's just an alarm. It's almost like a cry to go back in, because that attention is needed inwards from myself to myself. It can never be from something outside coming in. I need to focus on myself. And then that love is already there in flowing abundance. And it can never be something from outside that comes in and fulfills. It can only ever be a love from inside. It can only ever be a love from inside that flows outwards. And that in itself was a very, very huge click, a beautiful thing to come into a realization of. I'm sure many people already know this, but it was a huge thing for me because, like I said, from the age of, I think, from what I remember, 5 or 6, this incident happened, and I from then was always needing some kind of validation, and would very, very, very quickly jump to the conclusion that if someone's ignoring me or not necessarily even gives me a look that is unfriendly, I would perceive that, oh God, see, yes, it's directed at me. I would jump to an assumption and a conclusion that yes, it's meant for me because I'm not loved and I'm not likable, and all of this rubbish was there. So this is a huge revelation for me. And if there are others that are struggling with this same kind of a pattern of feeling like needing something from outside to fulfill us or add something to us, use it as a cue, use it as an alarm to bring yourself back into you, because you yourself are not giving attention to yourself. You yourself are not giving attention to the life within you, and that's all that's required. And very, very healing, and I hope that you all can experience something similar. So I would like to or love to hear your thoughts about the same topic, or if you've ever experienced something similar yourself. So please feel free to share, and until next time, happy blissful healing to you all. Nityanandam.